Hi guys, these are your handover videos for your Bailey Cabrera. Starting off at the front, hitch head, silver lever to get yourself hooked on, breakaway cable, handbrake, and you've got 13 pin electric. And then you've got your jockey wheel on the side, jockey wheel used to level the caravan. 2 points either side and 2 points at the back. You have inserts for your legs. Your legs are used to stabilise the caravan. Do not attempt to jack up or level the caravan using the legs. They are simply used for stabilisation. So we're using our test equipment today. I'll run through what everything is. Starting off, got your point here for your mains. Mains just plugs in, nice and simple. Just next to it, this is your insert for your water. Your water pump is inside the caravan and I'll show you how it operates. It's a case of just putting it in. You can push down on this bit here to lock it into place and making sure you're in an aqua full of clean drinking water. Just here you've got your flow. Your flow is used to get clean air in and out of your boiler when operating on gas. Don't have to do anything with this except make sure it's nice and clean. Next up, you've got your gas bottle locker just here. So we're using our test bottle here. Propane bottle, you can use butane if you prefer. Got a gas hose connected on one side, then onto the regulator just here. You can hand tighten that to an extent and then just finish it off using a spanner. Once both sides are firmly connected, twist in the positive direction. Then lastly, at the back, you have your function for your toilet operations. This first one here, this is for your flush capacity. This is where you'll feed in your water for your flush. You can also add a little bit of pink chemical if you'd like it to smell a little bit nicer. You can hold around 10 litres of water and get yourself something like a watering can just to make it that touch easier. Then below, you've got your cassette toilet. Your cassette toilet, as you can see, you've got an orange handle which is currently sat behind some white teeth. To remove this, you press up on the orange handle, it comes out just like so. You can also extend this out to turn it into almost like a suitcase. When you get to your emptying point on the sides, you twist. That's awkward. There we go. That to the side. Open that up. You want to tilt, and at the same time as tilting, continually press in that vent button. Once you've done that one time, I do recommend swilling it out with some fresh water just to make it sure it's nice and clean. Then on this cap here, you have measurements in both imperial and metric, and that is for your blue chemical. Blue chemical goes into there, slot that back on, twist the head back to the side, push it in, and make sure that orange handle sits behind those white teeth. Now you don't want to travel with either of these too full, so to fully empty out this compartment, you have this little black bung here. Open it up, drains out any remaining water in the system. One last bit to note for the outside, just underneath there next to the wheel, you have two inserts, and that's where your wastewater will come out of. You'll need some 28.5mm waste pipes to feed into a waste master. Then underneath your right hand side seat, you have your boiler just here, and just behind it, you can see that yellow valve. That yellow valve is what gets water in and out of your system. It's currently in the vertical position, meaning any water that comes into the system or is remaining in the system gets drained out. When you want water to flow through, put that in the horizontal position. Now it can be horizontal either side. Just got to make sure that it is in the correct position. I'd recommend having that up vertically almost permanently from November to March, unless you're actively using the caravan. And pretty much any time you come off site, just give it a quick drain off, makes for a nicer ride. Then underneath the fridge, you have both your trips and your fuses. All your trips and fuses in the correct position, all the trips in the upright position, and all the fuses where they need to be. If you need any additional information on that, you can have a look inside your book pack. Just next to the door, you have this, which is your main control panel. You have your main on and off switch, you have lights, and you've got awning lights. So let's see if that's off first. Press that in and turns it on. You then have this, which is your pump button. Now, pressing in the pump button, what you would do is come over to your sinks with your water pump connected. This here is your water pump. So, what you would do is insert this outside. You've got a little plastic cap here to go over the top of the nap roll. Then you've got this at the bottom, which is your strainer. Strainer has to sit at the bottom of the water barrel to allow the maximum potential of water to come through and make sure it's not gasping any air. However, pressing that pump button with the yellow valve in the correct position, you'd come over, open up your taps and let it run for about 30 seconds. What you're looking for is a nice continuous stream. However, if you haven't used the caravan in a little while, I'd recommend letting the water run through for about 2 to 3 minutes before you do come and open up your taps. Do it both hot and cold. Then on the other side just here, ignore that there, that's something that isn't fitted to the caravan. Press this button in here, allows you to see the amount of power coming in to the caravan. So press and hold, shows you the level. Then just here you have your outer control panel. This is for your heating and hot water. Press menu here and it will go to its home screen. You have indoor energy and hot water. Press indoor here and this allows you to set the temperature for inside the caravan. So I've currently got it set to 21.5 degrees and it shows above it 9 degrees, which is the current internal temperature. Whatever you set it to is what it will get to. You can turn it on and off with that button at the top there as well. Goes up to a maximum of 30 and starts at 5. Whatever you set it to, it will get to. It may just take a little bit of time. You can set the time and date by pressing up on that part here, changing the time using this. It is a 24-hour clock. You've then got this here, which you press in and you can see it says power connected, 230 volts is connected to the heater. Then you've got energy. Now, you do have the choice of either electric, gas, or a mixture of both. So starting at the front, you can either have 1, 2, or 3 kilowatts of electric. Strictly gas, by just having gas there and no electric, or a mixture of gas with 1, 2, or 3. Now, do be aware that some sites do not have 3 kilowatt capacity. Next up, you've got your hot water, either off, on, or boost. On will get the water to about 40 to 50 degrees. And boost will boost the temperature to about 60 degrees for around 15 minutes and then drop it back down to on. Now that is ideal if you're wanting to use the shower in the morning or something else like that. And then to turn this off, you press in just there and it will switch itself off. Then here we have your fridge operation. So it's currently off. Turn it on, you press in on this button just here, see it flash up and go to its most recent memory, which was mains on full capacity. Power source wise, you have the choice of A. A means auto, which the fridge will automatically select which it thinks is the best power source. Car battery for when you're plugged in. Gas, just here. And then this is the capacity coming in. So to change the source, you press and hold in on this button here, press and hold, and it will begin to flash. You choose what you want. You go to it using these buttons here, forwards and backwards. Let's say I want to use gas. To select it, I press in here. Then to choose the amount of power coming in, it's again up and down using this. 5 will get it chilling quicker, 1 will use less power. To select, again press in. Now for gas, it is a little bit different, as it's a case you'll have to select it and then the gas will begin to tick in. You'll hear it gradually tick in, and then once it stops ticking, that means it's lit. Now let's change to auto. You can see here I select auto on full and auto selects mains. Then to turn this off, you press and hold on this button here, turns itself off, and there you go. Now for your toilet operation, it is bog simple. It's a case you've got your flush button on the side here. Just open this up for a second, and it's a case you press in on the flush button. You can hear that motor there. That motor is what would push about the water in your flush tank. Then it's a case of pressing this to the side, opens up your cassette toilet as you heard, pulling it back, and that shuts it up. Then here you have your hop system. Only real difference is it does have an electric plate, so it's a case just twist to whatever one you desire for the electric plate. Then for this, works standard as to any sort of gas cooker that you may have. Press in, twist to the side, that will pour the gas through to the selected burner. Then press in just here, and that will ignite. Now this is what it looks like all lit. And here you can see nice blue continuous flames. Turn that off, just flick it back to the central position. Again, to the grill. And you can see here, grill operating there as well. Finally, for the oven, and the oven nice and lit as well. Only other real thing to note, make sure you travel with that glass sheet down. However, don't put it down until all of the burners are cold to the touch.